Hi everyone, thanks for joining me. Candace Gillespie from Candace's Canvases here for Scrappy Wednesday. So we are going to make a small 6x6 photo album. So let's do this. I am just using, I am cutting a 12 by 12 designer series paper into 6 by 12. So I'm cutting it in half. This one piece here happens to be a scrap, so I will have 5 pages instead of 6, because one 12 by 12 sheet, I'm only going to get 1 out of it. So we cut all those in half, then we're going to take our Simply Scored scoreboard. We're going to score each of those at 6 inches, at 1 inch, at 6 inches down the center and 1 inch on either side. So you can score it at 1 inch, 6 inches, and 11 inches. Just go down the line here for all 5 pages. Okay, when we're done with that, we're going to fold each page just to get it comfortable and used to being folded in these certain directions. So just manipulating the paper here to fold easily along this outer seam on this edge. Taking my bone folder and really burnishing that, because I'm folding 2 pieces together, so I want them to be able to turn well when it's time to turn the pages. So here we go, page 2, and we're doing the exact same thing, just burnishing those score lines. Now this scrapbook is a very easy, simple scrapbook. It's a great introduction for someone who's wanting to get into scrapbooking, but also someone advanced. I don't know, I'd like to see what you can do with it. So we're continuing on the folds and scores here. Okay, now we're taking a half of a 12 by 12 piece of cardstock here for our cover. We're going to score that at 6 inches, well, at 5, 6, and 7 inches. So here we go. Scoring it at 5, 6, and 7 inches. Move it over and burnish those really well. Now these outer 2 score lines I'm going to burnish both in and out. You notice I turned it in and I turned it out. That way the pages turn really well, really smooth. Then I decided after you're done taking all of those pieces and burnishing them well, just go ahead and chop off 1/8 of an inch off of each piece. That way it sits inside of your cover really well. So this is me. I wish they still had this tabletop trimmer available at the Stampin' Up shop, but they don't. Just makes things a lot easier sometimes. Those scraps hanging on the side, they're fun to use for different projects, so I'm keeping those. Now they fit in here well. So I'm just lining it up, getting ready to punch my holes. Here's my crocodile. Stampin' Up used to sell the crocodile, but they don't anymore. So I'm just taking my 3/16 hole punch and fitting it in there as far as it will go. Later you'll see I end up adding a 3rd hole in the center there. So if you're at this point, go ahead and do that. Now I'm taking the Tombow Mono Multi Glue and I'm just putting a thin strip at the bottom of each page. Now choose wet glue over a sticky, dry adhesive, because the wet glue will dry, where the dry adhesive, like a sticky strip or a tape runner of some sort, will still be sticky. So you'll put your pieces in there and it could stick to it. So finishing up the last page. Getting those burnished well together, lining up those holes. And putting ribbon through it. So this happens to be Island Indigo 1/4 inch ribbon. It's a beautiful ribbon. This specific ribbon is discontinued, but there's tons of beautiful high quality ribbon at Stampin' Up. So go visit my Stampin' Up shop at Candace'sCanvases.com. Now this initial thread through is going to change, so just keep watching and I'll kind of explain how I changed it up when I was finished with the album. Just for now, I'm tying it in a bow to secure it, making sure I tie it in a tighter bow. There we go. I'm comfortable with that. Okay, now I'm going to make some inserts. This piece is a perfect plum cardstock. I have it at I can't quite remember what I have it at. I measured it just slightly smaller than the page. So measure your page and see how there's room for it to easily slide in and out. And taking a 1 1/4 circle punch and making some pull slots here. That'll make it easier to pull out the tabs. So the tabs, I'm thinking they were 4 3/4 by 5 1/2. There we go. So that longest one was 4 3/4 by 11. And that was scored in half, and you'll see the fun we did with that one. I'm just testing it to see if it fits well. This has become one of my favorite punches, the scallop tag topper punch. You can make bookmarks, or you'll see what we do with this. Punch it. Just cut off those extra little tabbies on the side and round those corners, and it's just a beautiful tag. This corner rounder is the 3/16 corner rounder that is being discontinued, but it's being replaced with a slightly larger one coming June 2nd, 2014. So looking forward to getting that. See, this one we folded in half. It acts like a flip up page, but you pull it out and it's actually a tag. Okay, now I'm taking my 1 1/4 scallop circle punch and I'm going to punch some complementary colors here. I'm just reaching for some scraps that I have. And I am taking the time to score it down the center of this tag. Of this scallop circle rather. And then folding it in half, and it is going to be the pull for these square or rectangular tabs, photo mats. There we go. We're going to glue it on there using the famous Tombow Mono multi-glue. Also going to round those corners. And we are done. Coming up right after this voiceover is just a walkthrough of what the finished album looks like. Even still after I finished it, I added more stuff to it. You can just never be done. So enjoy the next portion of this tutorial, which is just a walkthrough of my finished project. Subscribe, like this video, subscribe to my channel, like this video, and leave a friendly comment. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good day.
Okay, hi friends,
this is Candace Gillespie from Candace'sCanvases.com, and here is the finished album we made. This is going to go out to my 92-year-old grandmother. And I am so blessed because she's my married-in grandmother. She's my grandmother-in-law, but I don't have any grandparents alive, so on my side. So she's the one and the only, and we just adore her. And Samuel, my son, makes her 7th great-grandchild. So I made this album for her. Now, it's a very simple album. So it's great for beginners, or it'll just be a fun project if you're a seasoned scrapbooker. So get out some paper and do it. So let me just give you a run through it. I used predominantly the new June 2nd Something for Baby stamp set, and the best thing about it is it comes with framelits. So the onesie, you can cut out the safety pin, the tie, the stroller, the socks is just awesome. So you can see the ducky and the tie and the socks, and you open it up, and here he is with a tag that just explains this picture. And I just used some ribbon. I have lots of stranded ribbon around. So here's a little picture of him. And then he got a chipped tooth. You can see my poor baby. So I'm just telling her the story of how her grandson has been the last 19 months of his life. So here we stuffed him full of indoor snowballs. It was so funny. It was just a riot. So we just wrote her the story. He's just such a funny, great kid. So basically, they are all pockets. You saw how we did it. So each pocket has its tab. And, oh yeah, you just saw that one. And then I just filled it with tags and pictures and embellished it. So these tires right here are the tires from the stroller, and I just made it a pattern on this paper. So these tags right here turned out to be my favorite. So these are 2 of my son's 7 cousins on my husband's side, and so really he has like a dozen cousins with my family combined. And this is a fun one too. So it's a tag, but it just looks like a flip-up page. So it's a tag, and in here is a picture and a pocket, and the tag pulls out, and the story of these photos is on the front here. Let's put those back in. And then here's this one. This is my all-time favorite picture. It's so funny. He's such a funny kid. We're trying to get my son comfortable with the concept of big boy chonies or underwear, so we're being silly with them on our heads. It's working. So the final page is just a note to my sweet grandma. I ended up punching a 3rd hole in the center here, and how I bound that with this ribbon is I put it, both the ends of the ribbon, I put it in through the front, and then so took both of the tails of the ribbon and fed it through this middle hole in the back, and tied this in one knot. So this one piece that was running this way is in between those, and that's how I got my bow. So that's really a lot sturdier. So there you go. Enjoy Scrappy Wednesday, and I will see you for Fun Friday. I have a fun project planned, hence the name, Fun Friday. Okay, God bless you guys all, and subscribe to this channel, like this video, and and leave a fun comment. Okay, see you guys for Fun Friday. Bye now.